Hello everyone, this is Sisindri from Mathematics Department, Delhi Public School, Bhimavaram. The main purpose of doing these videos is to create interest and curiosity in mathematics and also to help the students who cannot attend the regular online classes. In the series of videos, I will be discussing all the concepts of the chapter 1 real numbers from the class 10 of NCERT textbook. In today's session, I will be discussing the first topic of the chapter real numbers, which is Euclid's division lemma. If we look into the history of this lemma, the lemma first appears as proposition 30 in book 7 of Euclid's Elements. It is included practically in every book that covers elementary number theory. Before getting into the actual topic, I will give you one puzzle. Just try to solve it. The puzzle is like this. I have a chocolate box. I want you to find out how many chocolates are there in this box. For that, I will give you 5 clues. With the use of these 5 clues, try to find out the number of chocolates inside this box. The clues are like this. If you count the chocolates in pairs, 1 will remain. If you count in threes, nothing will remain. If you count in fours, 3 will remain. If you count in fives, 2 will remain. But this chocolate box cannot accommodate more than 30 chocolates. Use these clues and try to find out the number of chocolates inside this box. I hope some of you found the answer. So how many chocolates were there inside this box? Let us try and find the answer. Let us take the number of chocolates to be x. If we start working backward, that means we start using the clues from last one. That is, the box cannot accommodate more than 30 chocolates. This one we will show it as a inequality using variables. This one we can show it as x less than or equals to 30. If you count in fives, 2 will remain. That we can write using the variables x and p as x equals to 5p plus 2. If you count in fours, 3 will remain. This we can write using the variables x and q as x equals to 4q plus 3. If you count in threes, nothing will remain. This we can write using the variables x and r as x equals to 3r plus 0. If you count in pairs, 1 will remain. This we can write using the variables x and s as x equals to 2s plus 1. Look into all the expressions and observe clearly. We can see that x is a multiple of 3 and it cannot be more than 30. We can see that x has 10 possibilities that are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. X will be one among these 10 numbers. If you look at the second expression, that is x equals to 2s plus 1, and the numbers which satisfy this equation are 3, 9, 15, 21, 27. So we can remove 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. If you look at the next equation, that is x equals to 4q plus 3 and the numbers remaining, the numbers which satisfy this equation among those 5 numbers are 15 and 27 only. If you look at the last equation, that is x equals to 5q plus 2 and the numbers remaining, we have 15 and 27. Among these two numbers, the which satisfy this equation is only 27. So the answer is 27. So we have 27 chocolates inside this box. Now let us look into all the equations we are having in this puzzle. These are x less than or equals to 30, x equals to 2s plus 1, x equals to 3r plus 0, x equals to 4q plus 3, x equals to 5p plus 2. In all the equations, we can see that there are 2 variables except the first inequality. In each case, we have x and a positive integer y which divides x and leaves the remainder r. Here, y takes the values 5, 4, 3 and 2 and r takes the values 0, 3, 2 and 1 which is less than y. The moment we write such equations, we are using Euclid's division lemma. Here, we can see the word lemma. Lemma means a proven statement using to prove another statement. To understand more about this Euclid's division lemma, let us consider 3 pairs of numbers: 12 and 9, 24 and 5, 78 and 7. In each pair, we take the larger number as a dividend and the smaller one as a divisor. Like we did in the example, we can write these pairs as 12 and 9 can be written as 12 equals to 9 times 1 plus 3. Here 1 is the quotient and 3 is the remainder. And the next pair, that is 24 and 5. 24 can be written as 5 times 4 plus 4. Here 4 is the remainder and 4 is the quotient. Now the next pair, that is 78 and 7. 78 can be written as 7 times 11 plus 1. Here 11 is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. Now look into all these equations. 12 equals to 9 times 1 plus 3. 24 equals to 5 times 4 plus 4. 78 equals to 7 times 11 plus 1. In each case, we can see that there are two numbers other than given pair. Now, if we use the variables in place of numbers, we do get, for the given pair of integers a and b, we will get q and r satisfying a equals to bq plus r and 0 less than or equals to r less than b. In each case, we can see that q and r are unique integers, and q and r can take the value 0 also. This is the statement of Euclid's division lemma. The formal statement of Euclid's division lemma is, given two positive integers a and b, there exist q and r which is satisfying a equals to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equals to r less than b. Now you may have a question, where do we use this lemma? We have Euclid's division algorithm based on this lemma, a technique we use to find out highest common factor of given two positive integers. Here we can see the word algorithm. Algorithm means a series of well-defined steps used to solve a mathematical problem. Now we will see how this algorithm works. We already know that highest common factor, which is HCF of any two positive integers a and b, is the largest positive integer d, which divides both a and b. Now let's see how this algorithm works. Suppose we need to find out the HCF of 84 and 26. We will start with taking the largest number among these two numbers, which is 84. And we have two numbers, 84 and 26. Now we have to apply Euclid's division lemma. We do get 84 equals to 26 times 3 plus 6. Now we have to take the remainder and divisor of the last step, that is 26 and 6. Now we have to apply again Euclid's division lemma for these two numbers, which are 26 and 6. After applying Euclid's division lemma for these two numbers, we will get 26 equals to 6 times 4 plus 2. Next, we have to take divisor and remainder of the previous step, that are 6 and 2. And again, we have to apply the Euclid's division lemma for these two numbers, that are 6 and 2. If you apply Euclid's division lemma, we are going to get 6 equals to 2 times 3 plus 0. Since we got the remainder 0, we have to stop the procedure. And the divisor of the last step will be the HCF of the given two numbers, which is 2. So our answer is 2 is the largest number which divides both the numbers, that are 84 and 26. So 2 is the HCF of 84 and 26. Here we can also observe one thing. HCF of 84 and 26 equals to 2. HCF of 26 and 6 equals to 2. HCF of 6 and 2 is also equals to 2. And also we can find that highest common factor of any two numbers using long division process. Here we are having the two numbers 84 and 26. We do the normal division process to find the HCF of these two numbers. For that, we have to take 84 as a dividend and 26 as a divisor. If you do so, we are going to get 26 times 3 equals to 78. Now we have to subtract 78 from 84. Then the remainder will be 6. Now again, we have to take 6 as a divisor and 26 as a dividend. Here we are going to get 6 times 4 equals to 24. Again we have to subtract 24 from 26. We are going to get the remainder 2, which is 26 minus 24. Now the remainder we have to take as a divisor, which is 2, and the last divisor, which is 6. we have to take it as a dividend. So 2 times 3, we are going to get 6. If you subtract 6 from 6, we are going to get the remainder 0. So the last divisor, that is the divisor of the last step, that is 2, will be the HCF of given two numbers. So 2 will be the HCF of 84 and 26. In this way, we can find highest common factor of any two positive integers using Euclid's division algorithm, which includes Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division algorithm is not only useful for finding HCF of any two positive integers, but it is also used as an algorithm that a computer had been programmed to carry out. It is also used for several applications related to finding the properties of numbers, such as every positive even integer is of the form 2q and every positive odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1, where q is a some integer, and any positive odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, where q is some integer. Even though Euclid's division algorithm is stated only for the positive integers, it can be extended to all the integers except 0. That is, b cannot be equals to 0. I hope you understood clearly about the Euclid's division algorithm and Euclid's division lemma. In the coming sessions, we will be discussing more about the real numbers. Thank you so much.